Hey, what's going on, guys? So today we're talking about silver. Well, silver and gold, kind of. I'll mention gold a little bit. We're really focused on silver. So I have my little gargoyle here. I think what's his name? Goliath, maybe? I don't know. I forget. But anyway, he is. Oh, yep. There's his backside. He is a gargoyle sitting on a safe. Seems a little random, right? You can make up in your mind whatever you think that might represent, but for me, it's just a cool little demon just protecting the goodies, the treasure, right? So the gargoyle is solid. I mean, this whole piece is one, art piece. So the whole thing is solid 925 or sterling silver, which is 92.5% pure silver. Weighs about 13 ounces. The actual safe itself is hollow. You can see the engraving here. This is number 54. There was only 1,000 made. This was from many, many years ago in my collection. And this one is 438 grams, which, like I said, is about 13 ounces. And believe it or not, this thing currently sells online for $1,000. Well, a little over 1,000, I guess. Just depends on silver prices. So it has a heck of a premium just because it's an art piece. Now, besides that, just for something to stare at, I guess, we have some cool, I wouldn't say generic. These are all, just fun silver. We have the Britannias. And we have the maple leaves, right? So maple leaf, maple leaf, maple leaf. These have the queen on them still. Let's see, when are these from? 2016. It's a couple maple leaves, some Britannias, which are one of my favorite silver pieces, from a country. I know there's a glare here from the lighting and stuff, and then every year, the design changes a little bit, which is cool too. And these are 2015s. So there you go. 4 maple leaves, 4 Britannias. And this is just representing, regular silver currency from, different countries around the world. Obviously, we have the silver eagles. Silver eagles sometimes carry a higher premium, sometimes not. Just kind of depends on the market there. But the reason I grabbed these and I grabbed this is because I was thinking about selling my silver. Silver has steadily been over $30 an ounce, which is more than I've ever paid for any silver that I can remember, even with the high premiums. Like generic silver, I got a lot of my stuff when it was about $18 an ounce, and then I sold a bunch of crap, a bunch of, generic bars and stuff, some generic coins years ago, or generic rounds rather. I did that years ago, and then when I started kind of buying the bulk of what I have left, I want to say it was around anywhere from 22 to 26. So like I said, 30 before premiums is high. That's a good time to sell for me, right? I haven't paid this much, so if I sold all the silver that I had left, which is not as much as you might think, but it's a good little chunk, I'd make money. Isn't that the whole point? So why is it even a question? Why wouldn't I sell it? So the point of the video I want to make is that the price of silver never matters to a stacker. This is super, super important to kind of understand, especially if you're getting new into stacking. So what is a silver stacker? A silver stacker is someone who buys and obtains different types of silver. The preference is, for the individual collector. Some people like silver as cheap as possible. Some people like, collectibles. It doesn't really matter. The whole point is that you buy and save silver to stack it. And the whole point is that you're saving it for, the future. You're not buying it today to sell it tomorrow. You're trying to save this stuff either to give it your kids. Maybe you want to sell it for your retirement. Maybe you want to, leave it to other types of family members or something. Who knows? But the whole point is you're in it for the long haul. You're not just flipping these things. You're buying this and you're carrying it for, years, decades, sometimes lifetimes. Sometimes, silver stackers just never sell it, because they die accidentally, or prematurely. They just don't have time to finish their ultimate plan or goal in life, right? That happens a lot. And then the family inherits this stuff, and sometimes they just bring it to the pawn shop, and that's super sad. Other times they do some research. It's easier to research these days than, years ago, so you can kind of get a better idea of what things are worth. But anyway, the whole point here is the price of silver doesn't matter. Well, what do you mean? The whole point is you buy it cheap, you sell it when it goes up in price, and you make money, right? Well, it's not really an investment. And a lot of people talk about, especially, professional investors. I mean, I know Dave Ramsey craps on gold specifically. He doesn't even bother talking about silver. He just thinks it's stupid because there's not as much spread. There's not as much profit. And no, it's not an investment. It's really supposed to be, and you'll hear this from a lot of stackers, it's a hedge, right, against inflation. But more so, it's a way to preserve wealth. You'll hear that a lot from a lot of the stacking channels and stuff, and it's because it's true. Preserving wealth. What does that really mean? Well, you can just save your money. But if you save your fiat currency, the green stuff you get from your job and the bank, it loses its value, right? But this stuff doesn't really lose their value. Now, obviously, the price fluctuates. So if you bought it at $35 an ounce and you wanted to sell it today, you'd probably lose some money. So that doesn't really seem like it's inflation-free. But it's not inflation-free. It's market fluctuations that could, make you lose some money or gain some money. But it's usually minimum. Of course, what we all want to happen is we want to see silver price go up to $100 an ounce. Oh my gosh, can you imagine if I made 3 times as much money or 4 times as much money as I paid for the stuff? Well, I got to be honest with you here. If silver goes to $100 an ounce very quickly, that's not good news for us. That means that you're going to sell all your silver, get a bunch of money, but all that extra money you're going to need to buy gas. You're going to need to buy groceries. You're talking about $20 and $30 for a loaf of bread. That's not where we want to be. We don't want to see ridiculous prices. We want to see slow growth, which right now happens to be some slow growth. Right? It wasn't like just $30 overnight, 20, 24, 26, back down to 25, maybe 27, 28, 27, 60, 29. You want to see a slow growth of value over time. I believe silver is very undervalued. That could be a whole different, conversation. That the gold to silver ratio is definitely off from what it's been historically. But the point here is that the price doesn't matter. I'm going to explain why. Because if you are a true stacker, you want 2 things. You always want 2 things. You want the price to go really, really high, but you also want the price to go really, really low. How is that even possible? That doesn't even make sense, right? Well, if you're investing in stocks, you kind of want the same thing, but it just depends on the details of it, right? Why would you want silver to get really, really expensive? Well, so you can sell it and make a bunch of money. Okay, that makes sense. Why would you want it to get super, super cheap? Well, the stacker just wants to keep buying the stuff. They don't stop buying it. So if you're buying it at $20 an ounce, and then now it's $30 an ounce, it feels like you're overpaying. Oh, crap, I'm paying too much for it. It's going to go back down. I'm going to lose money. You start getting anxiety over this stuff for some people, right? So then it goes to $40 an ounce. You're like, oh, well, now I really don't want to buy it. And then it goes to 50 or 60, and you're like, man, I should have bought it at 40. And people panic, right? So if you continuously want to buy the stuff, you really want to see those prices come down. I mean, if silver, dropped all the way down to $10 an ounce or $5 an ounce, I'd be ecstatic, and I'd be backing up the truck. I'd be buying the stuff left and right because I know, at least in my heart, right, and everything that makes sense in the world. Well, right now the world doesn't really make a whole lot of sense, but what history has shown us is that it's going to go up. So the cheaper the better when you're buying, but when you're selling, you want it to go sky high. So if the world was perfect, the price would come down to, I don't know, 10, 15 bucks an ounce. You'd buy thousands of ounces, and you'd be buying them your whole life, right, at $10 or $15. And then you want to retire, you're 75 years old, whatever the case is, and all right, well, now the price skyrocketed to $40 an ounce. You cash in, you got a bunch of money for retirement. That's what everyone really wants to happen. But the timing is almost impossible. There's a chance you could just sell it for more. There's a chance you could sell it for less. But the whole point is that you're saving money. If you're buying an ounce of an ounce of silver, the money you had to buy this, that could have gone and went. You could have, had in your bank account, spent on something, whatever. But the idea is you stash it away. But you don't stash it away in the form of the paper that loses value. You stash it away in something that doesn't lose value. That's how stackers look at it, right? So you're just saving money. That's all this is. It's a giant bank account. So one day you go, wow, I would have, spent all that money, those thousands of dollars on Dunkin' Donuts or, stuff for my car, a truck, or maybe I would have bought a new shed or who knows what. You name it. You would have spent money left and right on little things, which, yes, you would have enjoyed. It would have enhanced your life, maybe brought you some joy here and there. But ultimately, you sacrifice a little. Instead of getting the Starbucks coffee, You know, 4 times, 5 times, 6 times, depending on what you're buying there, you get an ounce of silver. And then now you still have that money. In the future, hey, you could sell it and maybe get 10, you know, of whatever you wanted from Starbucks instead. Or Starbucks prices can triple. Who knows? But I think you get the point here. The point really is that if you're stacking, you don't really care. You don't care if the price goes up or down because you're going to win either way. As that price keeps climbing, what it does is it solidifies your choices. It makes you go, yes, I did the right thing. I bought it when it was cheap, and now it's worth more money. So I'm smart. But at the same time, if the price drops, you don't think, oh, wow, I'm dumb. I lost a bunch of money. No, you get excited because you could buy more at what you think is a deal. So really, it's a win-win if you're a stacker. So that's how people really see it. But it's funny because in the stacking community, you know, all these different YouTube channels and stuff, and all these guys are awesome. I follow so many people for, you know, precious metals content, and they get really excited. Oh man, the price went up. You know, oh, because $30 historically means it's probably going to hit a high mark, right? The last couple times it went to $30, it went to $40 or $50, right? It's not going to probably sustain those prices, but you know, if you got enough silver and you want to unhaul or unload half of it or something, that would be my recommendation. If you bought a bunch of silver at $20 an ounce and, you know, it jumps up to $40 or $50 an ounce, sure, sell half of it. Keep the other half, right? But you're going to see those prices go down. You don't want to see today 30, tomorrow 32, the next day 35, the next day 40. You don't want to see that because that's not going to stay like that. That's going to be a giant spike in the market. But what happens when the price goes so crazy? Everyone wants to sell, and that makes the price go all the way back down. So, you know, it can't go to $50 an ounce and then there's going to be massive interest and no one's selling. That's just not going to happen. People unload. It works the same with stocks or anything else, right? So the point here is if you're buying this stuff to just flip it and make some money, that's going to be harder than you think. People still do it. If you have a big YouTube channel and you do some live auctions and stuff, you can definitely make a profit, you know, flipping some silver here and there, but you're not going to get rich doing it. It's just more of a hobby than anything. And I know guys that do that and they have fun and it's cool. And the people buying it, you know, they're getting deals and stuff and they're happy. But the whole point when you hear about stacking and people talking about this stuff is it's about the long haul. It's about the lifelong journey. And again, whatever that means for that person, whether it's giving it to their kids or, you know, putting in their will for someone or selling it for retirement, whatever it is, the whole point is they're trying to save money. That's all it is. They're stashing away. It gives them, for me anyway, and a lot of people, it gives them peace of mind. You know, like I have bills I have to pay. I don't have the cash for it. I could sell some of this stuff, and that's the whole point. I kind of wanted to pay those bills, but I feel bad. It's almost like I'm getting rid of my savings. It's like it can work with any savings. Traditionally, let's say you save money. Every paycheck you put $10 in, $50 in, whatever. And now you've saved $2,000, but you have a repair in your house, you know, and now you got to spend $2,000. Like it sucks. You sacrifice to save that money, and now it's going to something not fun. Now let's say you go on vacation for $2,000. That's fun. Then okay, it makes sense. I sacrificed, and now I'm getting my payout. But that's not how life works. It's not always a payout. Sometimes it's just a kick in the balls, you know, and that's pretty much it. You've saved for nothing, but it's not really nothing because now you have, you know, a way to pay for that home repair or whatever. So that's what this stuff is. But ultimately, I'm on the fence. I'm really on the fence. I wanted to sell stuff like this, you know, but then I thought like, oh, well, the artsy stuff, maybe I'll sell that. This has just a super, super high premium. There's way more people who want to buy this. Not a lot of people who want to buy this. Like I said, it's worth over $1,000, but to very, very few people that just think it's cool and they got $1,000 to buy a little thing to, you know, stick on their desk. But I thought it was cool. And when I got it, it was nowhere near $1,000. So it is appreciated in value, which is, you know, fun and cool. But for me, it's just it's a cool piece. I just like taking it out, looking at it, it's just a piece of art. But anyway, that's it. Just want to touch upon that a little bit. The price does not matter for true stackers. No matter where it goes, we're happy. We're happy for one or two reasons. You know, that's it. But you can't lose. It's really a win-win. The only way you can lose is if you bought a bunch at a high price and for some reason there's an emergency or you just lose interest and you decide to sell for way less than you bought it for. Even though you're losing money, technically, you still have money. You still have saved money. You know what I mean? Let's say you're just putting money in the bank, and now you got $500 in there. Now you got $1,000 in there, and you go to take it out. The bank says, "All right, well, there's a big fee." You know, like let's say a CD. You put it in for a 2-year CD, whatever. You're getting your interest, but hey, if something happened, you have to take it out. It's the same thing. It's worth less because of all the bank fees because you took it out early before it matured or whatever. But guess what? It's still there. Even though it's less than you put in, you still have money in emergency. That's all this is. This is emergency money. That's it. That's why I get so much joy out of it and why so many other people stack. So anyway, feel free to share your opinions and stuff down below. But do you get excited when the price goes up, or do you get excited when the price goes down? I would venture to say that more people get excited when it goes up, especially when you're holding some silver already. But like I said, there's plenty of us that get really excited when the silver drops, because all we're doing is buying more and we're feeling like we got a deal. And everyone loves getting a deal. Am I right? I think I am. So anyway, that's it. Thanks for watching. Hope you guys have a fantastic day, and I'll see you tomorrow. Oh, I did mention I was going to talk about gold, and I never did. So yeah, so silver has been steadily over $30 an ounce. Gold came really close to hitting $2,500 an ounce. I think it was like $24.92 or 94 or something like that. But it's been steadily over $2,400 an ounce. That's amazing. I remember making a video when silver was like $1,800, and I'm like, I'm not buying, or excuse me, gold. I'm like, I'm not buying any gold until it goes back down to $1,100. I don't think we're ever going to see that. I was wrong about that. I can admit that now. I don't think we'll ever see $1,100 gold. I think we would be lucky at this point to see it drop back down below 2,000. It was amazing. It hit 2,000. Oh my God, historical highs. It hit 2,100. Oh my God, historical highs. 2,200, 2,300, 2,400. And I think, before the election, we'll see 25. If not before, then soon after. So, crazy times, right? And the what ifs and coulda, woulda, shouldas. I wish I would have backed the truck up on gold when it was $1,700, $1,800 now. It's just, you're thinking to yourself, I know a lot of people are the same. They're like, yeah, I'd love to have some gold. It's cool, but not a lot of people have $1,800 just sitting around, or multiple $1,800 to buy a bunch of different ounces. I always loved the 1/10 ounce pieces, and again, I was consistently buying them back in the day, which wasn't that long ago, for what, $210, $250, and now it's the exact same thing, over 300. It's hard. It's harder to look at and be like, oh yeah, this is a deal, and it may well be a deal. If all of a sudden they're going to be $400 each, or $500 each, or $1,000 each, then yeah, it was a deal, but no one really knows, right? So it makes it harder. As that price climbs and climbs and climbs, the stackers, they get a little more hesitant. They pull back. They're like, I'm not going to... I mean, some people are just downright steady with it. They will just, let's say they have a thing where they buy 10 ounces every month, or 1 ounce every single week, or whatever it is. And they'll keep doing that no matter what the price is, And that's not a bad idea either, because then you're buying when it's high, you're buying when it's low, you're cost averaging. I know some guys do that. That's just a different way to go about it. But I think a lot of us try to play the lottery. We want like a stock, just amateur crypto guys and stuff. You watch it go up and down, and you're like, oh, it went down, let me buy it. But then all of a sudden it keeps going down. You're like, damn. Or it goes up a little bit and you want to sell it, but then it pulls back. And then it goes sky high, and then you're like, damn. It's a game. It's definitely a game, but it's fun. That's the whole point. You wake up and you look at the stock market, or you look at the crypto market, or you look at silver and gold, see where the charts are. It's just a hobby. It really is a hobby, but it's one of the best hobbies in the world because you're literally saving money for fun. Not a lot of people get to do that. It's hard to save money, but you're justifying it because you're getting something cool. But most people just buy cool stuff, and then it's not cool anymore, and they just have the stuff, and they don't sell it, so they never get anything back for it. You always get something back when you're buying this cool stuff, and that's why so many people are into it. So, anyway, that's all. Thanks for watching. Hope you guys have a fantastic day, and I'll see you tomorrow with a brand new video. Take it easy.